Hi and welcome to White Wolf Yoga and to Yoga for Footballers or Soccer Players if you're watching over in America. This full body stretch has been designed specifically with you in mind. Thanks for watching and see you on the mat. Okay, so we're going to begin in a comfortable seated position. So just bringing yourself down onto the mat and seating really in any way that feels best for you, so you don't have to cross the legs if that causes any discomfort at all in the joints. We really want to try and lift and lengthen through the crown of the head so that the spine is nice and tall. And just to release maybe some tension that's built up in the shoulders, we'll take an inhale, shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, and as we exhale, just feel them let go and release. Sending the palms up towards the sky. And just take a moment to close the eyes and allow any distractions of the day or the room to dissolve into the background. And just really connect to what's going on within right now. So find your breath. Notice how you're breathing. Scan the body from the head all the way down to the toes and observe how each part of the body feels. You might find with that extra bit of awareness that certain areas of the body are holding on to an excess of tension or tightness. And it's those pockets of tension that we're looking to release through today's class. Let's begin to just stretch out through the neck and the shoulders. So can we take an inhale, lift that crown of the head even higher to the sky. And then as we exhale, gently drop the right ear down towards the right shoulder. Feel that nice stretch all the way along the left side of the neck. Make sure that we're not holding on to tension in the face. Sometimes we can do that without realizing by clenching the jaw or scrunching the eyes shut. Just make sure all of the facial muscles are relaxed. Maybe even open the mouth slightly. See the left shoulder, can you pull it down and away from the ear just to open up a little bit more space there. Inhale to bring the head back on top of the shoulders, and as we exhale, we'll drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Again, just softening through the facial muscles. Imagining the hand onto your right shoulder, just gently drawing it away towards the ground. Inhale the head back up on top of the shoulders. And as we exhale, we'll tilt the chin down towards the chest. And just feel the neck really open and release, that stretch running from the base of the skull, down each side of your neck and through and across into the shoulders. And can we just take the hands from the knees, clasp the hands together, turn the palms forward to me, and then push the palms away from the body so you feel the shoulder blades round off across the upper back. Keep gently drawing the chin down towards the chest. Press through the palm. And then inhale, bring the arms up and into the air so that the biceps come round about by the ears if you can. You might not get all the way, that's fine. Keeping the sit bones glued into the floor. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, a little side stretch over towards the left. Keep pressing the palms into the sky. Inhale to the middle. And exhale, side stretch towards the right. Feet on the left side of the body, open and release. Okay, let's inhale back to the middle. And as we exhale, release the hands from clasp. Bring the left hand to the outside of the right leg and the right hand around behind the body. Spinal twist. Inhale as you open. Lift through the heart. And exhale, twist and turn. One more breath. Inhale, if you can, grow even taller. Nice, and then exhale, twist and turn. Gaze goes over that right shoulder. Breathe, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Release on the exhale. Take an inhale to draw the arms back into the sky. Feel the side body open. And then we'll go the other way. Right hand coming outside of the left leg. Left hand round behind the body for support. Use that back arm to help prop the body up as you inhale, push through the fingertips and open, and exhale, twist and turn. Another breath here, inhale, open, Exhale, twist and breathe. 3, 2, 1. Nice, release. Exhale to come out. Inhale to draw the arms up and into the air. And then as we exhale, we'll release the hands down. From prayer at the heart center, back by the sides. And then if the legs are crossed, we'll just uncross them and give them a little shake. Shaking them off. Maybe twirling the ankles as well and giving the toes a wriggle. So we're going to stay seated here just for now. I'm going to come into cobbler's pose position. So this is a really nice one for just starting to open out into the inner thighs, into the hips and into the groins. So we've got the soles of the feet together, the knees are relaxing out to the side. Now if the feet are closer in towards the body, this is going to feel more intense, so watch for any discomfort in the knees. If you want to ease off, you can slide the feet further away from the body. So just find a position that's working for you today. Clasp the hands around the feet to draw the soles in. Take an inhale here to lengthen. And then as we exhale, can we bring the crown of the head forward? And then when you feel that you're deep enough, drop the head down towards the toes. The chin tucks in towards the chest. And relax and breathe. So this is a nice opener for the area around the hips and into the lower back. And the more that we can really relax into this pose, the deeper that we'll find we're able to go. Relaxing into a position like this is easier said than done. A way that can help is to close the eyes, connect to the body, really notice where you feel in this position, and it'll be slightly different for each of us, even though it's the same pose. Notice where this position is really getting you right now. Where are you feeling it? Can you move the breath there? Send the attention and the energy there. And maybe you can allow with each exhale yourself to just fall and sink and drop a little heavier, a little deeper into this pose. Those who want a bit more, just an option. You could try releasing the hands away from the feet and sending them out in front of the body, only if it feels good. So we're the opposite in yoga of no pain, no gain. It's all about being kind to the body, taking things gently. Now we want a good stretch, but we never want any more than that. We want to stop before it gets to strain or pain. Okay, nice and slowly walk the hands back up towards the feet. Lift and lengthen through the spine again, and then place the soles flat on the floor with the knees bent. And we'll drop the knees to the right side, just to release the spine and the hips, and then go the other way. So the knees and the head turn in opposite directions. It's called windscreen wiper in the knees. We'll just do that a few times, either side. And then we're going to move from seated, and we're going to come up onto all fours. So we'll meet in tabletop position. Fingers spread nice and wide, pressing the hands into the floor. Checking the shoulders, elbows and wrists are in a straight line, and the knees are directly placed beneath the hips. Let's open the spine in cow and cat. So we'll press down through the hands and the toes. Pull the heart forward, lift the hips, lift the gaze, cow stretch. And then as we exhale, pull the belly button deep in towards the spine, pressing round the back off and into cat stretch, dropping the head. Going through a couple of rounds here. Let's inhale, press up, lift and open into cow. And exhale, press back and into cat. One more, inhale, press up, lift and open. And exhale, pressing into cat. Inhale next into a neutral spine position. And then we're going to tuck the toes, press into the hands and lift up into down dog. So it's our first down dog here. We haven't yet done anything on our hamstrings, so just checking in with how they're feeling right now. Maybe walking the dog, so paddling the heels up and down. Can you tune into the legs? Notice any difference in sensation from the right to the left. So maybe one's a bit tighter than the other. And if you feel a tighter side, hold in on it a few more breaths. Sending the energy and the attention to the part of the body that need it the most. You give the hips a little move from side to side, and that just opens into our waist and into our side body. And then shaking off the head. Tension dissolving from the neck and from the shoulders. Step by step, start to pad the feet forward towards the hands. And we'll drop into forward fold here. So let's start with a passive forward fold. So really, really bend your knees. Take the pressure off the hamstrings, off the lower back. And bring your hands onto opposite elbows. Eye gaze is between the legs, towards the back of the room, or the back of the space, wherever you are. And that way we know that the head is relaxed. You'll feel the difference if you look forward to the top of your mat. See how the neck and the shoulders scrunch up and we create tension. So you want to take the gaze back between the legs to allow the neck to soften. Maybe take that swing and sway a little wider, a little further over to each side, if it feels good. Maybe come back to alternating between bends on one leg and straightening the other. So the hamstring's really key to football players, performance, recovery and injury prevention. So we want to keep them nice and open. And that's what we're just doing here. Taking our time with the stretch as well, not rushing through anything. Making sure that we really get the full benefits of each and every pose today. Let's drop the hands from the elbows, slide them up on top of the shins, and inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Engage the muscles around the knees. Feel the kneecaps strengthen, the hamstrings stay open. Press down through the soles. When you're ready, come the rest of the way up. Inhale, arms into the air. Hands come into prayer. Just bringing the hands into prayer above the head and lift the heart a little, so it's a nice gentle back bend. And then we'll exhale the hands all the way down past the heart center, and we'll bring them to rest at the side of the body for mountain pose. Keeping the feet glued into the floor, just swing and sway the arms from side to side, just to release the back after our ragdoll forward fold. And then we'll come back when you're ready into mountain pose towards the top of the mat. So we're going to take a gentle flow here, but with a focus on the hips and on the hamstrings. So nothing too mad today with pace or with a dynamic practice. It's all going to be quite slow, quite measured, controlled, and aiming on open those parts of the body that tend to get tight and tense through football. Inhale, reach, arms up and into the air. As you exhale, soften the knees and come down towards the forward fold. Remember to bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale, bring the head to hip height, so this just re-lengthens our spine. We want to keep that length through the spine and drop back down to a forward fold. Hands come on the floor, so you might need to really bend the knees to get the hands down. Then we're going to go for a big step back with the right foot, and then the left foot finds a plank position. So a really nice core strengthener. Extend the heels back and away. Pull the belly button, the navel in towards the spine. See the shoulders, watch that one not collapsing into them, spread them wide and push the heart between them. Breathe here for 3. Gazes forward, head in a neutral position 2. And 1, well done. Releasing the knees down towards the floor. Elbows squeezing towards the ribs. And when you exhale, the chin and the chest towards the mat, beneath chest, chin. Gaze draws forward. Inhale, we're going to scoop up into a baby cobra. So just the chin and chest lift up off the mat. Inhale into tabletop. Tuck the toes. And exhale into down dog. Pull those hips high into the sky. And draw the heels down towards the floor. Hands stay shoulder width apart. Feet hip distance apart. Okay, now can we inhale and lift the right leg up and into 3-legged dog. Right toes point to the left heel to keep the hips square. Gaze moves forward inside of the right hand. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, move that right foot through and step it inside of the hand. Now it might be that it doesn't get all the way. That's completely normal, that's natural. It takes a little bit of time to get that transition down. So you can just help the foot into place if you need to. And then bring the left knee down onto the mat. So we're going to walk the left toes back until we feel a stretch in the quad here and in the hip flexor. Then when we feel it, can we maybe release those back toes flat to the mat? If that's uncomfortable in the knee, feel free to keep the toes tucked. You can always as well double the mat up, so roll the mat back for a little bit of extra support, or a blanket underneath the knee will help as well. So we're dropping into crescent pose here, so this is going to open into our hips. Feel the hips melt down towards the floor, but the heart pull forward towards the front of the room, wherever you are now. Fingertips are helping the upper body lift. Shoulders pull back and away from the ears. How does this feel? Hang in and breathe. On each exhale, can you release the hips a little closer to the ground? 2. Okay, now on 1, can we press back into a lunge splits position? So we move from the hips to the hamstring on that right leg. Straighten into the right leg. How straight is not important. All that's important is how this feels for you. So feel that nice release. If you want more, pull the right toes in towards the shin. If you want less, relax the ankle. See if you can imagine extending the crown of the head towards the toes. So you're trying to headbutt your own toes. Really lengthening the head away from the body. Let's inhale back, knee stacks over the ankle, and exhale, drop into crescent again. So the left hip melts down towards the floor. Option here, if anybody wants to go a little deeper, release the hands from the ground and bring the hands onto the knee, but be careful when you do that the hips don't lift as well. So there's nothing wrong with this position, but we're losing that stretch that we're after, so keep melting down towards the floor. Lifting through the heart, maybe you can gaze forward or even up to the sky. Breathing here for 3, each exhale, sink a little deeper down into the hips. 2, 1. Take the hands down to frame the right foot and inhale, exhale back into lunge splits again. Maybe you can go a little further this time, perhaps. If you want to, crawl the fingers further forward towards the top of the mat. Holding and breathing, extending the hips back and pulling the toes in. 1, so we're doing 3 rounds in total on each side. We've done 2, so this is the last one with the right leg forward. Drop into the hips for crescent. Option 1, keep the hands on the floor, or take the hands onto the knee for option 2. If you fancy a little bit more, push down through that ground and right foot for stability and draw the arms up and into the sky. And you can, rather than stretch the arms to the ceiling, just allow them to float back as the heart opens. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go again. Lunge splits. Pressing the hips back. Straightening into the right leg. You might notice maybe, hopefully, you're getting a little bit deeper now in this 3rd round. Okay, can we bring that right knee back to stack in line with the ankle? And then we're going to move the hand position. See this right hand, take it inside of the right foot, and then wiggle the right leg a bit more out to the side. The left toes tuck. And we'll see if we can just lengthen that left leg a tiny bit further back away from the body. And again, if possible, toes are flat to the mat. Inhale here, and as we exhale, feel the hips melt. So we're going deeper into the hips. Hands can stay on the floor, or if you've got a bit more openness, feel free to draw the forearms down to the ground, or if you've got a prop, a bolster, a block, or a cushion, you can rest the forearms there. And let's relax as much as we can. Chin tucks towards the chest, head falls down towards the air. 3 nice, slow, and deep breaths. Doing really well. Okay, gently releasing the hands, placing them down, back where we started. From here, can we tuck the left toes under, lift the left leg up, pushing through the hands, bring the right leg back into plank position. Push the heels away, navel into the spine, heart pushes between the shoulder blades. So we go through a little flow here, knees to the ground, half plank. Elbows squeeze in towards the body, take knees, chest, chin, look forward, inhale, roll up, cobra. And then exhale back into down dog, and breathe. Check how you're feeling here in down dog. Pedal through the heel, shaking through the head. When you're ready, we'll move on to the other side. So we'll inhale the left leg up, left toes point to the right heel. Gazes forward, inhale, and as you exhale, step that left foot through. If it needs a little bit of help getting there, give it a hand, send the right knee to the floor, walk the right toes back, and then if possible flatten them but cushion underneath the back knee if you need. Hands frame the left foot, heart lifts. So first round we just stay here, taking our time to open. And it might be that we don't want to go any deeper than this stage. And know that that's fine. Remember, there's never any pressure in yoga. Be kind and stay connected to the body. Okay, let's inhale and exhale into lunge splits. Maybe flexing the toes, see how that feels. If it's too deep, ankle stays relaxed. Hips extend away and the crown of the head draws forward towards the feet. Inhale back, knee stacks in line with the ankle, drop into the right hip. Set the pose. Option 1, hands stay grounded. If you're going for the second option, bring the hands onto the knee, but again, watch for the hips lifting. I always imagine in this position like a line across the body, and from that line down, you float towards the floor. From that line up, you float towards the sky, so you're almost being drawn in 2 different directions. Opening the heart, 3, 2, 1. Let's take the hands to frame the left foot and go again, lunge splits. Extending the leg forward, pulling the toes in. Breathe. 2, 1, okay. Knee stacks again, last round of crescent and lunge splits. Drop into the right hip. Where do you want to go for this final round? If you want to go further, bring the arms up and into the sky, but allow them to fall back. Open through the heart. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Send them down and go again, lunge splits. Maybe crawling the fingers a bit further forward this time. 2, 1. Stacking the knee in line with the ankle, and then we're going to change the hand position. So the left hand's coming inside of the left foot. The left leg is just wiggling a bit more to the edge of the mat. Right toes tuck, walk away from the body, toes flat to the floor. Inhale and exhale. So relax into lizard, which might be with the hands on the floor for you today. It might be with the forearms down, straight to the mat, or onto a block or a prop. Anything you've got handy. And then we fall into our pose and we hang and breathe. 3, falling deeper with each exhale. 2, and 1. Hands come back inside of the foot. Press through the hands, tucking the right toes under, lift the right knee, left leg back into plank. Taking it down to half plank, all the way with the exhale to knees, chest, chin, look forward. Inhale, cobra, or you can lift the thighs up for full up dog. And then rather than down dog, we're going to soften the knees to the floor, extend the hips back to the heels, and rest in a child's pose. So softening the body, allowing the forehead to fall either straight to the mat, or you can make a little pillow with the forearms. And we're going to change up our position next. So we're going to move from here to be seated on our backs, with the feet flat on the floor and the knees bent. Nice and slowly, vertebrae by vertebra. Relax the spine all the way down onto the mat. Now can we extend the right leg out, the left leg out, and bring the right knee in towards the body and give it a hug and a squeeze. So drawing the thigh towards the belly, towards the chest. Use both arms to give it a hug in. Each exhale, can you squeeze that leg a little closer in towards the body? So this is nice for the hip, the groin, but also it's nice for the abdominal organs. And our abdomen is a part of the body that we tend to store a lot of worry or anxiety and stress. So poses like this just help to dissolve some of that tension away. So that hopefully we don't just feel after this practice a physical release, but also an emotional and a mental one too. Bringing that right knee out into the ribs on the right side of the body, give it a squeeze in here. Going a bit more into the groin there. Watch that left hip, see if it's doing this and lifting up off the floor. Use the left hand to push it back into place. And then we'll bring the knee in line where it was, back to the middle. We'll bend the left leg now and take the right ankle on top of the left thigh. And just have a little check. So we want the knee and the ankle as much as possible in a straight line. And we keep pulling the toes of the right foot into the shin to protect the knee joint. Lifting up the legs, thread the right hand through the gap there and clasp on behind the back of the left thigh. So we're going to take a figure of four stretch, which is a really nice hip opening for here into the body and up towards the glutes and the lower back. If you want a little bit more, rather than taking here, the back of the thigh, go around the shin and go a little bit further. Shoulders and the head stay relaxed into the mat. Inhale. And as you exhale, can you squeeze the legs in towards the body? Keep flexing the right toes. Let's go a few more breaths. Inhale. And exhale, squeeze. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale, squeeze and hold. Hold and breathe here. For 5 full breaths. 3, 1, release. Send the left foot back down onto the mat, keeping it bent for now. Take support behind the right thigh and extend the right leg up and into the air. Remember not to worry about if that leg is looking straight or bent. It doesn't matter, as long as you feel the stretch. Can you angle the heel up and the toes down so you're flexing the foot? Toes are pulling into the shin. And then just use the hands to gently draw the leg in towards the body. If you're a bit more open, you can flatten that left leg to the mat. But if you want a bit more support, I'd keep the knee bent. It's your choice here. And then just alternate a couple of times between pointing and flexing the right foot. So when we extend, when we point the toes, we're stretching more the shin, top of the foot. And with the flexion, we're going into the sole of the foot, Achilles, and into the calf, and then more down the hamstring. So just have a few alternations between flexion and extension of that right foot. And then we want to focus on the hamstring. So next time you find the flexion, the toes pulled in, hold it there. If you want a bit more, you can send the hands higher up the leg. Avoid the knee though, so we don't want to grab behind the knee, go thigh or calf. Inhale, push through the heel. And exhale, can you pull the leg in towards the body? Inhale, press. Exhale, pull. Shoulders stay relaxed into the mat. One more breath if you can. Inhale, push. And exhale, pull. Maybe even bring the head up towards that leg. Take 3. Hold. 2. 1, release the head down, bring the right knee back in towards the body. Relax the right leg flat onto the mat and bring the left knee in. Both arms, give that left leg and we're going to squeeze into the belly. Breath slow and deep. We'll drop the knee into the elbow on that left side, give it a squeeze in. More pressure for a deeper stretch, or soften the elbow to ease off. And then we'll bring that right knee back up, sole flat, and take the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Straight line from knee to ankle, left toes flexed. Inhale, lift up the legs. Thread the hands through the back and either take the thigh or go round to the shin. I've got a dodgy knee here on this side at the minute, so I'm going to stick with the thigh. Inhale. Squeeze and exhale. Pull the legs in towards the belly and the chest. Couple more breaths. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. One more. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze and hold, but keep breathing. 5, 4, toes stay flexed. 3, 2, 1. Release the right foot down onto the mat. Take hold of the back of the left thigh and extend the left leg up. Flexing the foot to start with. Pointing and flexing that left leg a few times. If you want a bit more, you can straighten out the right leg. And then working again on the hamstring for focus. Keep the left toes flexed. You can take the hands further up the leg if it felt good on the other side. Let's go 3 breaths. Inhale, press, and exhale, pull. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw the leg in. One more breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, in. Maybe bring the head towards the knee. 3, hold it. 2, and 1. Release the head down. Release the left knee back in to the belly. Bring the right knee in as well. Both knees squeeze to the body. A little massage on the spine. Rotate the ankles a couple of times, both directions. Then we're going to slowly rock all the way up to seated. 1, 2, 3. And we'll come to meet in a seated position, back where we started our class today. And we'll take one last breath together. Inhale, reach, draw the arms all the way up and into the sky. And then as we exhale, we'll bring the hands down, past the heart. Namaste.